playing in the mini, but Ian Clark claims he's like the ultimate 2K player. He's pretty good. Him and Darius Miller, they're pretty good in 2K.
Moments away as the drama awaits from Atlanta, Georgia. For Milwaukee, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Coming up next. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. DA, it's all you.
Well, the NBA...
Great, DA, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Brook Lopez, Matthews out there at Bledsoe, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Collins is out there with Jones, and it's Turner in at the small forward. Collins passes to Herter, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Long season, Brent, halfway through. Some teams try to create camaraderie, team dinners and team trips, and I would think that would help.
Well, that helps with your personal savings. You're not spending.
Absolutely,
You're not spending your per diem.
No per diem spend.
Well, there's a tremendous article that was written last year about what it is that Greg Popovich created in San Antonio. Funny thing, when that article came out about the Spurs dinner culture, I had people that were calling me up going, "You should read this," and I said, "Read it. I lived it." Right? Are you kidding me? But absolutely, time like that, time where you have conversation, time in front of one another, where you learn about, hopefully you're learning about the vulnerabilities of your teammate, because in the end, that's what ends up making you stronger. So I think those kind of things help immensely.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw tonight, and so he hits the technical free throw.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging, as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and that's been giving some defenses fits.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Giannis. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
And that one, good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Herter. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Back to Matthews. Passes it to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Misses off the right eye.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Young with no one around. And it's off from 3-point range. Bledsoe finds Giannis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Young with the ball. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And finish off by Collins.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
Tipped away. Lopez with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks, trailing by 4. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
How about Lopez inside showing some smooth, fluid moves?
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
And Young, here we go.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Middleton, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Turner.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator, and not afraid to take the punishment.
And Lopez bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, well, what was it? Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3-ball.
Here's Young from the arc. Giannis with some nice D.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Bledsoe with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Bounce past Middleton. And Lopez throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome today.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
Outside, Jones. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Collins to end the run. And Herter gets it to go.
Herter's a big guard, and defense is sometimes not equipped at that position to handle that size.
Collins against Giannis. Middleton outside. Ring shot on the way. And another basket for Milwaukee.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the left side wing. Herter, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Matthews against Turner. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And it's 9 points for Chris Middleton. To the inside. Here's Collins and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lopez has got 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Young kicks to Collins. Here's Herter. Antetokounmpo defending. And finish off by Collins.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And the Hawks making a change here. Parker's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Young against Hill. Bucket is good. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
The alley-oop layup very well done.
Oh, Herter is a shooter, but right now dropping some nice dimes.
Here's Giannis. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Outside Hill. Feet away. Count it. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Young drives in. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 5.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Inside, Matthews. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside Turner. Parker outside. And Young now, top of the key. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
To the middle. Matthews dishes to Lopez. Now the pass to Giannis. Back to Lopez. Launches it. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Herter. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Young for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
On the wing, Giannis. Covered by Parker. And Giannis throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And it wasn't too long ago, Brett, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Now we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Right side Hill. Bobbed up there for Lopez.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And Young kicks to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shot.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jabari Parker. For Milwaukee, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw good. Giannis. Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he could do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnover. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to...
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
The Hawks trail by 19. And here's Young. 8 points for him. Parker outside. Nobody near Parsons. The three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. To the paint. Here's Hill. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Lopez kicks to Korver. Now Hill. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Hill. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Lets it go from the wing. No good off the back of the rim. Milwaukee leading by 21. Pass to Connaughton. There's 38 seconds left in the first. Here's Giannis in the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again, maybe this season.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Young from outside. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Giannis against Parsons. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Got it off in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And the combination of size and athleticism helps Parsons on defense, taking pleasure.
And so it's Milwaukee closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
In a good way, you gotta save.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Chandler Parsons out there with Parker. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Bembry in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Evan?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Bulls. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
And the Hawks making a change here. Krabs checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ilyasova. Parker's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Bucks leading by 23. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Lopez throws it down.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
Young passes to Reddish. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be the second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you. Some minutes in this game.
Jones checked in for the Hawks. Middleton against Parsons. Pulls up. The Hawks again can't hit.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Young with the steal. Here's the lob to the hoop. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Here's Middleton. Rebound, Atlanta.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Matthews comes in for Pat Connaughton. Young passes to Parsons. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Count that one.
And the form Parsons has on his jumper gives every shot a good chance of falling.
Matthews scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Lopez, and Jones sends it back. Parsons outside. Pass to Reddish. And that's off the glass and in. Reddish has got his first basket of the night.
Not just a scorer. I like how unselfish Parsons can be with the ball.
Bledsoe outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Crab with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here is Bledsoe. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's Young from the arc. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Yep, that one goes.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there blows right past the D.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So, in today's game, seeing the juggernaut, seeing what we see, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Passes it to Collins. It's stolen by Hill. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
The pass to Herter. There's Kraft with the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Inside, Lopez. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Turner inside. He's guarded by Hill. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up could be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Pass to Corbin. Outside, Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. Off target with his 3.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
And then Jones with the jam.
It's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Hill dishes to Lopez. Korver passes to Lopez. Outside Matthews. Sinks the triple. Matthews has got 7 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And there's Collins on the assist by Turner. That's 10 points for John Collins.
It's pretty clear that Collins is settling in to the strengths of his game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins. Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And so he makes both from the line.
What improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league. Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
To the middle, here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Eric Bledsoe checked in for Hill. Milwaukee leading by 23. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 22. Back to Korver. Antetokounmpo kicks to Korver. Bledsoe passes to Matthews. But they recover it. Antetokounmpo gets it to fall from the right block. Giannis has got 24 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Pass to Collins. Here's Crabbe. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. Bledsoe outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Giannis inside. Working on Collins. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Crabbe dishes to Jones. Now here's Crabbe. He's guarded closer. They get the rebound. Collins, good. Collins has got 12.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. It's stolen by Jones. Bledsoe against Turner. Collins kicks to Turner. A floater, and the layup is good.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Matthews. He's tightly guarded. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. And that's 10 points for Eric Bledsoe.
All right, Bledsoe showing you a little bit of his range.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Timeout called the Bucks. And in his rookie season, Kevin Huerter out of Maryland taking his time and finding his spot.
Yeah, after his sophomore year in Maryland, Kevin felt like he was ready for the NBA. And I think Travis Schlenk, the general manager of the Hawks, looking at shooting as something he wanted to build on coming from the Golden State Warriors. He got a great shooter in Huerter.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Parker comes in for Jones. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Cram. Shots good by Middleton. 1:22 left here in the second. The Hawks trail by 21. And Turner kicks to Bembry. Pass to Huerter. Back to Collins. To the inside. Out to Turner. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. Here's Collins.
Just staying aggressive right now. John Collins putting some tremendous pressure on the defense.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw. Was good.
He's just a great finisher on the inside. John Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Milwaukee leading by 19 points. Matthews passes to Middleton. Lopez outside. To the right side. Bledsoe outside. Shoots. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
John Collins and his versatility are very, very exciting. Not just as a scorer and a rebounder, but defensively as a shot blocker and a versatile, switchable defender.
9 seconds left in the first half. Clock at 4. And here's Young from the arc. The shot will not fall. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He has really delivered. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And the judge. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 24 points, 10... And that's a wrap.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You're looking at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Brown out there at Bledsoe. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Giannis in at power forward. Back to Young. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got 16.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
Brown outside. But Trae, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 7th assist here tonight. Atlanta's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the three ball well. And Turner kicks to Collins. Back to Turner. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And Herter gets it to go.
Well, Herter's a guy who can get you back in a hurry. You make one, he'll come back and get a three himself.
Bledsoe against Young. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Giannis has got 26.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and ball falls right into it.
There's the pass to Herter. And he uses the glass on the layup. 11 points in the game.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Now, Giannis. He's got 26. Brown outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Here's Collins. He's got 15. Pass to Herter. Young outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3.
I think it's natural to tense up when Giannis is in the area, especially as a shooter. Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Bledsoe against Collins. Back to Middleton. Lets it go. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Jones dishes to Young. In the corner. Herter with it. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now here's Giannis. Defense right on him. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Brown the pass to Middleton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Turner.
I gotta see that right now.
Last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
And he makes the first. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Parsons checked in for Evan Turner. And then for Milwaukee, Pat Connaughton comes in for Brown. And George Hill subbed in for Eric Woodson. Atlanta calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And he may not have got the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Lopez.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
Young dishes to Parsons. Paxson coming off the assist from Young. That's 7 points for Chandler Parsons.
He has such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. Pass to Connaughton. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Connaughton passes to Hill. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 26 in the corner. Middleton with it. A three-pointer off the mark. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. His 3rd foul of the game. And check in for Jones. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Chris Middleton.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Antetokounmpo against Young. Trapped from long range. Paxson coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Connaughton. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Kicks it to Matthews. Lopez outside. Back to Matthews. A shot off that time. Parsons with some nice D. It's Young on the wing. Over Hill. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Bucks working the ball around. Hill with it. 6 points for him. Tries from 10. Jump shot is good. Giannis has got 6 here in this quarter.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
To the paint, here's Parsons, and finished off by Parsons.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Hill. Milwaukee the rebound, and the dunk by Giannis.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Let's go. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Young's got 18 points.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
Here's Giannis. Plays it up and banks it in.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. To the middle. And finish off by Collins.
Interesting night where you're getting this kind of production from Collins. They're going to lean on him a little bit more now.
Giannis against Parsons. And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 34. It's Matthews on the wing. Over Crab. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. Here's Herter. 13 points in the game. Parsons outside. Puts one up from 19. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Lays it up off the glass. Giannis has got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Passes to Young. Outside Collins. Young inside. He's guarded by Hill. Excellent D there from Hill. Bucks leading by 23. The drive by Giannis. Over in the corner, Matthews. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And 12 points for Wesley Matthews. Atlanta shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Shoots from 12. Shots good from Young.
He just gets this offense going. Young operating in the mid-range this time.
It's Matthews on the wing. He's guarded by Graham. Hill, no good. Atlanta with the ball. Here's Hurt. Matthews with the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit badly.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, he's a third-generation point guard as Trae Young. His father and grandfather both played the point guard position, and both of them really helping him arrive at this level.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Parker's checked in for John Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Alan Crabb. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And Turner's subbed in for Trae Young. The Bucks also changing it up. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill.
Bledsoe going to the inside as no problem at his size, getting in and drawing contact.
His father played professionally with dreams of making the NBA. When Trae grew to share that dream, his dad helped him do it.
His dad also had several alarm clocks around the house, Kevin. 5:30 wake-up calls in the morning to train before he went to class. With all the effort that he's put in and with all the efforts from the family, Trae Young is expected to achieve greatness, and he's out here to do that.
From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. 58 seconds left to play in the third. That's a 2 from Matthews. That one wide left. The Hawks shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Here's Bembry, defended by Middleton. That one good for 2.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And again, the Bucks miss. Parker outside. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt
Computer's so
violation.
stupid,
And
man.
to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. It's good. Bledsoe's got 4 this quarter.
Bledsoe knows he's got the green light there to just rise up and shoot it. He did it there.
Now there's Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. After that outstanding quarter, he's got himself a triple-double. What more is he going to do in this game? And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Hawks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Jabari Parker is out there with Carter. Then it's Reddish. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard. So that's the Hawks 5. Parker's shot is off.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Middleton, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Bembry. Good on the triple. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that Indian soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in.
Shit was on adaptive coaching or some shit. That shit is off. Why the fuck they keep going back?
On what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids played that in high school. They played that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Young against Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. And the dunk by Lopez.
George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Milwaukee. That free throw good from Lopez. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and then he's going to make the right play at the right time.
And the pass to Korver. His first shot coming late, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
That's really Korver's game in a nutshell. The catch and fire mentality is what has made him such a special player in this league for a long time.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Korver. Bembry kicks to Parker. Pocket 6, poked away. Lopez with the block.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Here's Hill. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Free throw drops for Hill. When a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Parker looking over the floor. And the dunk by Parker.
So awesome to see Jabari Parker return to form, especially when he's rising up.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. And it's Connaughton missing.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Here's Rush. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the 3 well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
Lopez kicks to Hill. Lopez passes to Connaughton. Here's Bembry. Pass to Parker. It's rebounded by Ilyasova.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Lopez up top. Outside Korver. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the Bucks miss again.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Parker on its way from Young for 2. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Young's got 22 points.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
In the corner, Ilyasova with it. And again, the Bucks miss. Atlanta shooting just 30% from the field here in the 4th. Here's Reddish. Good on the shot. Reddish has got 4 this quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Inside, Rob. Parker outside. Young finds Parker with the shot. No good that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Outside Hill. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Frank, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years, and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Hawks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Bembry. The dish to Parker. Young outside. Drills it from outside. Young's got 11 in the second half.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Connaughton kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton, covered by Parker. Ilyasova down low. Good, nice job down low. Ilyasova's got 4 points this quarter.
It's nice to see the confidence he shows on his inside game and ability to get the shot up before the defender can do anything.
Here's Young, and he comes up with the deuce. Young's got 27 points. Milwaukee leading by 23. Here's Connaughton. Lopez outside. Back to Connaughton. Pass to Ilyasova. Releases. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
That's a good example of the scoring mentality that Ilyasova has. When the ball comes to him, the first thing he checks is if he can get a shot up.
Parker passes to Reddish. And Reddish with this one.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Yeah. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that anymore.
Here's Lopez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
We've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
And he sinks the second. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home, and so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Young dishes to Parsons. Young against Bledsoe. It's tipped. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Tries again. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Now here's Cram. He's covered by Matthews. Carter against Middleton. Carter kicks to Parsons. It's Young on the wing. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
That's a floater go.
6'1" guard, Bledsoe up there with the block. Wow.
Fernando, that's good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. 14 points for Brook Lopez.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Young passes to Parsons. Poked loose. Matthews with the steal. Bledsoe against Young. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Tough to match up with Eric Bledsoe. He's incredible at slicing up the D, especially using the bounce.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Milwaukee.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was in the zone, right? He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 40 points.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Milwaukee in total control. Bledsoe right side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big, big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. And it's the Hawks' ball. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bledsoe against Young. Lopez with the steal. Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. And Bledsoe, here we go. And he gets the bucket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now Young. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defense to stop. And everybody's just playing their game.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.